UMAR Ahmed, IFL TV, MTK Global. I'm joined by David Diamante and Barak. How you doing?
No, I gotta get the guy to come over here. You know?
No, he's catching him and us. That's good.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Now, I did want to talk to you.
That was behind the scenes stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother. What's up? I'm sorry.
Right, American for UK boxing. We was talking about it yesterday.
Yes, we were.
Sort of how UK boxing has grown over the last few years,
Yes.
how American boxing has died. It's on a resurgence now. The money's back here. But just what we were talking about yesterday. Why do you think I know you have loads of sports here. Maybe that's an issue why boxing isn't so big here at the moment.
Absolutely, it's definitely because of the sports, but we always have those sports. So it's really about finding that polarizing figure that's going to take boxing on his back to where it really belongs, to where in the 70s it was the biggest sport in America. And even Mike Tyson carried it on his back, after Sugar Ray Leonard and guys like that. So we really need to focus on making these guys and these individuals a star. Forget the sport, it's really about the people. The people are attracted to people, and that's the thing.
It's definitely the person, you know what I mean? It happens every now and then. There's a guy that comes along that has a little extra spark, a little extra skill, personality, and right now Canelo is a Mexican fighter, but still so huge in America, and I think it's happened. I think we're in a good space right now for boxing in America, and it ain't going anywhere.
But when you talk about Canelo, he hasn't really, he's the biggest name in boxing for me. He's like the face of boxing, but he hasn't transcended the sport. Very few guys do that. Mike Tyson, I think there's an argument to say Roy Jones Jr. transcended it perhaps. Obviously Ali, perhaps George Foreman has come back. Why aren't people transcending the sport?
I think people do transcend the sport. I mean, Floyd Mayweather did it. I think Manny Pacquiao did it. I think it's going to happen. It's character driven, like almost any sport. I mean, people are interested in these characters, so really have to have these guys with not just a great personality in the ring, but also outside. They got to have the skills in the ring and the personality outside the ring. So, yeah. So
someone like Deontay Wilder, right? I mean, ridiculous knockout ratio, fought loads of times. The only guy in American guy in the heavyweight division, real marquee name. But for someone like him, it's very brash, very loud. Again, no one really knows him in America. Like, it's a bit of a shame, really.
What's up, guys? I think that people know who Deontay Wilder is, but
outside the boxing public.
No, I hear what you're saying. I mean, he's not the massive star, but I think a lot of that has to do with they got to promote him. They got to promote him right. I mean, this guy should be on talk shows, and he should be doing all kinds of different stuff. I mean, I think there's different stuff to it. I mean, at the same time, boxing doesn't do itself any favors when you have so many different titles spread out and you don't have the fights that people want to see. I think that causes problems, and I think we see that. So boxing needs to do itself some favors and get it together and have these fights.
You're definitely the perfect guy to ask for this because you do so much traveling back and forth from America to the UK. How do you see the boxing culture in the UK and the boxing culture here?
The people in the UK are more knowledgeable fight fans, and they seem to back their charges more, and even the guys that they don't back, they know about them. They're just very knowledgeable fight fans. We have those fans here, but they're just not, even the casuals over there seem to know quite a bit. They do the research, and they're really into it, and it's a breath of fresh air to be in a place where people just really understand the sport and appreciate it. Obviously, I'm an American. I love my country, and we have a big fight contingency here. But America is very big, and we do have the other major sports. So on any given night, like in New York City, there are a million things to do. Sometimes in some other, smaller places, there might not be as many things to do, and people are more, but the UK is not just about boxing. They're really into football. They're really into rugby. They're into cricket. They're into darts. They're into snooker. They're into all kinds of other sports. The UK seems to really like sports, and they get behind it. It's kind of more of the national, in the national psyche. Even here in America, I think sometimes sports like certain sports have kind of waned a little bit. The NFL has always been pretty big, but that even took a hit recently. The NBA is big.
Oh, is it?
NBA is massive. Okay. Yeah, NBA is not taking a hit. NBA seems to be very much alive and well. And look, all the sports are doing well, but I think boxing. Sticking back to boxing, I think boxing is in a very good place. I think we do have a lot of great characters, but we need to make these fights. There's just so many great fighters out there. Let's have these fights for the fans. And I do believe, not just saying it, but I believe like a fight card like this, like if you look at the card, you know, the DeLuca fight with Brewer, I can't wait. The Leapai Parker fight, I'm really excited about that fight. It's like 2 Samoan guys, one from Australia, one from New Zealand. These guys are going to come. There's a lot more on the line here. There's no title on the line, but it's more about pride, you know. Of course, Andrade and Suletsky, it's a great fight because, you know, Suletsky, man, he's super strong. He comes to win. He wants that title. So it's a really nice fight card, and you just look at what we had at Madison Square Garden with all the, you know, the upset and the very, very close fights. These are the kind of fight cards that we need. So this is what we're putting on, and it's great. And again, the schedule's big. Go straight from Rhode Island over to Manchester, over to Rome, back to London for White or Dillian White and Oscar Rivas, and then back down to Texas. So we're on the road. We're putting on these shows for the fans, and I hope everyone tunes in and enjoys them.
David, appreciate your time once again on
All right.
RFL. And yeah, we'll just crack on with the weigh-in.
All right, great. See you guys.